Hello guys, in this video we'll learn about box smart pointer in Rust. In my previous videos we have discussed about smart pointers on this channel where we talk about RC, refcell, cell, one cell, cow. If you haven't checked out those videos, it should be popping somewhere on right top. Make sure to click it, watch it before moving on to this one. Now as we know that smart pointers are powerful tool to control memory allocation, sharing, deallocation while maintaining Rust's strong safety. So in this video, we'll be talking about another smart pointer, which is box, which we have used in a few videos when we return some error or we work with the recursive data structures. But in this video specifically, we'll talk in detail why do we need box and when should you be using box, and then how the heap allocation works. So without further ado, let's dive into it and let's begin. Before we start, there is a link to my Discord in description. Make sure to join it. We are building a community of like-minded people where we share tons of things. So just join it. Let's try to understand with an example. So let's say we have a x as 10. Now x is 10, which is an integer, and usually we know that integers are 4 bytes of memory. So even at compile time, we know that x requires 4 bytes in our memory, and hence x is allocated on stack. But if I don't know the size of x, then I cannot allocate it in a fixed block, right? For that reason, we need box. So box smart pointer allows us to store data on heap rather than the stack. And we often use it when dealing with recursive data structure, which we'll see in a minute, or dealing with types of unknown size at compile time. So we don't know the exact size, as opposed to this example where we know that x is 10. So we can, allocate it a fixed block of memory. Similarly, we can just say boxed x, and here we can just say box new, and let's say 10. Now x is defined on a stack, but boxed x allows us to store this 10 on a heap. Now while this could be a very trivial example for box, let's talk about recursive data structures and when we don't know the type of or size of the type. So let's talk about recursive data structures. Now we all have worked with trees, linked list, when we have a node and node either has a next and previous, or in case of trees, we have a left and right, which could be optional, like our left or right could be none or null, and there could be another node in the left or right. So while we compile this code, the program doesn't know how much memory should be allocated, because as you can see, this could easily cause memory leaks because every node has a left and right, which is node, and then the node again has a left and right. So let's say if I try to write this, as you can see, we get an error here saying recursive type node has an infinite size. That's because we are easily just leaking out the memory here, and we don't know the exact size of node. So that's why the memory allocation can be very high, and we can just simply leak out the memory here. So what we can do instead is we can just wrap it in box, and similarly for write, we can just wrap it in box. And now if we write, as you can see, the error is gone immediately. And now we can use this data structure, which we just defined, the recursive data structure, without having to worry about memory leaks or memory issues. And then we can use it as simple as we have our node, we have left and right, which is sum, and then the box. So as you can see, pretty straightforward, and we get to use the recursive data structures. Now let's discuss another use case where we have seen or used box smart pointer extensively, which is while returning the error. As you can see here, we have result of unit or box dynamic error, or result of file box dynamic error. This is a couple of examples, but you should have seen in different grades, or maybe the code that we ourselves write, we use tons of box dynamic error as the return for error. Now this is for dynamic dispatch for different error types, because Rust error handling is based on error trait, which is as you can see on the top. But different libraries and crates define their own error types. Now, instead of specifying a concrete error type, like maybe in this case, like file open error or file access error, we just use box dynamic error, and this will store any error type that implements error at runtime, which is again all the types in Rust. And this also allows heap allocation for error types. Now box D, which is or box error, stores on the heap, meaning the size of error does not need to be known at the compile time. As we discussed at the start, box also helps us, with type having the size unknown at compile time. Now this is useful when the function can return multiple errors with different sizes. Let's say access denied is a different error type with more fields, but cannot open file is a pretty straightforward error and requires less memory. So this is when we use error, and we wrap it in the box smart pointer. So that's it for the box type. I hope you guys understand the use case, because going forward in my videos I'll be using it a bit more extensively, and I saw a few of the comments on my videos of a dedicated video of box smart pointer. So I said let's give it a go, and then moving forward we'll be using it a lot. I hope you guys learned something new. If you do, like the video, share with your friends. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.